Yes, $231.32 this week already.
Can you believe it? I'm making more money now in the past few months than I have ever in my entire life.
I have earned already more money this month than I did last month from different streams of income.
Imagine if you had a magic wealth magnet that attracts success, happiness, and limitless money into your life, with no hard work required, so that any kind of prosperity you've ever wished for suddenly manifests itself and becomes your new daily reality. If you did have this magic wealth magnet, what would you choose to attract into your life for yourself and your loved ones? There may be no such thing as a magic wealth magnet, but what you're about to discover in the next 6 minutes is actually even better. Because the secret you're about to learn is 100% real and undeniable. In fact, it's based on an undeniable law of the universe that has been applied for centuries by the world's most successful, prosperous, and respected figures. This is something that you need to hear, and 6 minutes is all it will take for you to discover the one true wealth attraction secret that the mainstream media refuses to share with you, because the greedy moguls who control the information would rather keep this to themselves. But now, it's time to break this code of silence. It's time to put a stop to the lies that we've been fed. The lies that keep the average person trapped on a hamster wheel of stress and worry, frustration and endless debt, while the rich just keep getting richer. Now it's your turn to tap into the universal, life-changing power of this secret. So turn off your cell phone, shut down Facebook immediately, and pay very close attention, starting right now.
Hi, my name is Michael, and in this short video, which will not be online for long, I'm going to teach you an unusual but amazingly powerful wealth attraction secret called the abundance butterfly effect. I know you might be thinking this sounds too good to be true, but you will quickly realize beyond a shadow of a doubt that what I'm telling you is the absolute truth. Because this is the same secret that the elite 1% of the population have used throughout history to amass legendary fortunes. And beyond their fabulous wealth and material possessions, this secret has given them even more important blessings, such as happiness, health, peace of mind, and unlimited freedom to spend their time however they wish. They achieved it all by switching their frequency. Because once this occurs, the universe is compelled to give you anything you desire, whether it be wealth, success, happiness, or an end to all of your worry and stress, or all of those things combined. This is the same secret used by captains of industry and wealth creation experts from the past, such as Henry Ford, founder of Ford Motors, and John Rockefeller, America's first billionaire. Today, it's used by masters of the universe such as Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft and the world's richest man, Warren Buffett, the world's most successful stock investor, and Sir Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group, which comprises more than 400 companies. He's got his own private island, too. They all use this same secret to attract limitless wealth. Yes, that secret is that powerful, and after watching this presentation, you can apply it tonight. I absolutely guarantee it will work for you, no matter what your financial situation is right now, no matter how old or young you are, no matter how much money you currently make or if you're not making any at all, and no matter how little free time you have. It works even if you have a bad credit score and you're swimming in debt. And even if you've never been able to get ahead in life, prepare to watch with amazement as the most powerful hidden law of the universe begins to work for you and makes your every dream a reality. Imagine waking up one day, checking your bank account, and seeing that you've got double the amount of money that you had yesterday, and you didn't have to lift a finger. Soon you'll finally be living the life that you deserve to live, the life you were truly destined to live, and you'll be enjoying every second of your newfound success to the fullest. You're about to discover how to command the universe to grant you the power of wealth attraction, so that you'll finally be able to quit that horrible day job and never look back, so that you'll never again have to worry about a bill, or whether a restaurant or a car or even a new home is too expensive, and so that you can not only treat yourself to a stress-free life of luxury, but take care of your loved ones too, as you protect them and pamper them in a way you've always wished you could. Just be prepared to deal with some jealousy too, Imagine the looks on your neighbors' faces when you come home with that luxury vehicle you just bought and paid for with cash. They'll be begging you to show them this secret too. Because the abundance butterfly effect incorporates an ancient and unique wealth loophole in the universe that has been exploited by the elite 1% for centuries. And by the time you reach the end of this short presentation, you'll know how to instantly trigger an irrefutable law of abundance that will force the laws of the universe to hand you whatever you desire, to grant you endless prosperity, to continuously give you unending streams of lifelong success, health, and happiness, without any guesswork, without you having to risk a single dollar, and without you having to put your faith in wishful thinking. By this time tomorrow, it will be as if you found your own personal forest of money trees that will be forever replenished. And you'll be able to have this and so much more without needing to put yourself through any stress or take any time away from the things you enjoy doing or the people you enjoy being with. Once you apply this secret, it won't be you that's doing the hard work and exchanging your time for money, because you will naturally and effortlessly align yourself with the universe and tap into everything that the universe is ready to give you. Just as the laws of physics force an apple to fall down from a tree, so will these riches flow into your life. Income streams previously closed to you will suddenly flow directly into your bank account, and with this wealth will come a sense of peace, security, and serenity that the universe has been holding back from you until now. But a quick warning: once you apply this secret and decide to welcome unlimited abundance into your life, there is no shutting it off. Imagine a giant dam that has suddenly burst, and the tidal waves of water gushing forth represent wealth and prosperity flowing into your life, literally bathing you in success and giving you everything you need and desire. Once this dam breaks, there is no way to patch the leak. There is no way to stop the prosperity from surrounding you and washing over you, because you were born with phenomenal resources locked up inside of you. And I'm about to show you how to unlock the power and the greatness that is within you so that you too can tap into the wealth frequency. Because I know you wonder, why does it seem so easy for some other people? Why does it seem like other people have so much more in life than you do and so many fewer problems? Why do some people work their entire lives and wind up with nothing to show for it, while others who aren't smarter than you, who aren't as hardworking as you, seem to never have to worry about money? Now imagine if you could instantly take charge of your destiny and force the universe to automatically provide you with an endless supply of abundance and wealth and good fortune. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how, right after I share with you my quick personal story. Honestly, I wasn't sure if I wanted to share this publicly, but my wife Sandy insisted. Because we made a commitment to pay it forward and share our blessings, and I trust you'll do the same once I give you this life-changing secret. Growing up, I really didn't know anything about money or how to attract it. My parents brought me up to believe that if you just played by the rules and always put in an honest day's work, you would be rewarded in life. It had worked for them, and it had worked for their parents. My dad worked for the same company for 40 years. He never got wealthy, but he made an honest living and he retired at age 65 with a modest pension. But I decided that I wanted more than that for myself, more for my loved ones. So I put in 50 to 60 hours a week at my job, and on the side I read every self-help book I could get my hands on. Every day in my car during my drive to work, I listened to audiobooks on the habits of highly successful people and how to achieve a millionaire mindset. My wife and I attended seminars on wealth building. We even saved up every dollar we could and bought a couple of investment properties. We imagined ourselves selling them at a big profit someday and using the money to start other businesses. We thought we were on the right track to build up a nice nest egg for our retirement and for our children's education. So I was in pretty good spirits when my wife and I attended my high school reunion. I saw a lot of my old buddies that night, and I'll admit it was sort of shocking to see how the popular jocks and cool kids had turned out. They all looked unhealthy, obviously unhappy, and stuck in jobs they hated. But the one person who knocked me for a loop was a classmate of mine named Joe. Back in high school, Joe was your typical slacker. No goals in life, no direction. He was one of those guys you never really noticed because he blended into the wallpaper. But he showed up at the reunion in a brand new Mercedes-Benz, wearing a $2,000 suit and a Rolex on his wrist that must have cost 5 times as much. He was lean, tanned, and glowing with positivity, vitality, and energy. And he had a drop-dead gorgeous wife with him who obviously adored him. Later in the evening, I wound up buying Joe a drink at the bar, and I asked him for his secret. Joe took his wallet out of his pocket, pulled out one of his business cards, and turned it over and wrote something on the back. It was a website address and a password. Joe said to me, "Go to this private website and use this password. Soak up all of the knowledge you can." I stuck the card in my pocket and I said, "Thanks, I'll give it a look," but I didn't think much of it. The week after that, a recession hit. The real estate market tanked. The home my family lived in and the 2 other properties we owned were now worth only a fraction of what we owed to the bank. Then my company announced another round of layoffs. I got pulled into my boss's office and found out that my position was no longer needed. And my family no longer had health insurance, which really hit us hard when our little boy Trey had a mishap on the playground and broke his arm. That one little fluke accident liquidated our savings. We suddenly found ourselves in so much debt that we had no choice but to file for bankruptcy and let the bank take everything. I'll never forget coming home one evening in the middle of a freezing snowstorm after another grueling day of pounding the pavement trying to find work, any type of work. And when I unlocked the front door to our apartment, I saw nothing but darkness. I heard my 5-year-old daughter call out to me. She said in a trembling voice, "Daddy, I'm scared." The power company had cut off our electricity. My wife and 3 children were huddled on the couch under a blanket. No heat, no lights. That's when I made a silent vow to myself. No more. I had to find a way to pull us out of this black hole. After finally paying off the electricity bill, I laid in bed every night, racking my brain for an answer. I reread my self-help books. I listened to my audiobooks again, studying them for a clue or an answer that I might have overlooked. But I couldn't find the magic bullet. There was a whole lot of empty talk about having a success mindset, but what I needed was something that brought tangible results. So then one day I'm at the gas station to put a few bucks of gas in my car so I can keep job hunting. And I'm all out of cash, so I'm digging through my debit cards and credit cards trying to find a piece of plastic that won't get declined again. And I come across that business card that my high school classmate Joe gave me at the reunion. I went home that night and looked up that website. Then I typed in the password he'd given me. And what I discovered was a private online vault full of success secrets that were based on one single immensely powerful but often misunderstood principle: manifestation. I learned that the hidden key to manifestation is knowing how to change your frequency. It's like changing the radio station that you've been stuck on your entire life. And it's as simple as twisting a dial. Suddenly the static will vanish, and for the first time in your life, you will hear and see the world with a clarity you could never imagine. A world that was previously in black and white now appears to you in brilliant colors. Suddenly you'll be aligned with the universe and all of the abundance it is ready to grant you. That's when my life began to turn around. Over the next 30 days, I used those secrets to make a little over $10,000. The month after that, I pulled in nearly $15,000. My wife used it too. And within 30 days, she was running her own simple website that was generating more than $100 a day. Before learning these secrets, her computer knowledge was limited to knowing how to check her email and Facebook. But now it was as if the universe was suddenly handing us money. And with that money, we were able to finally enjoy a sense of peace and endless optimism about our future and the futures of our children. But that was only the beginning of my journey. I spent the next 5 years studying and researching all I could about abundance and manifestation. I discovered the law of vibration. Essentially, we live in an ocean of motion. We are on a specific frequency right now, sending, broadcasting. Your brain is an electronic switching station. When you activate brain cells, you change the vibrations of your body, and you're putting yourself on a specific frequency. You can only attract things to you that vibrate on that frequency. Think of it like this. Your brain is tuned into a radio station. This radio station commands you how to think and how to act, and you subconsciously follow along with the instructions it gives you. Now imagine if your internal dial was stuck between 2 radio stations. You can't quite make out what you're supposed to do because the static drowns it out. But now imagine, with a simple little twist of the dial, it all becomes crystal clear. What was blurry before now comes into sharp focus. You suddenly know exactly what to do and how to think to attract limitless abundance into your life. At the time, I didn't know what I'd stumbled across, but eventually I realized I was tapping into the abundance butterfly effect. You've heard of the butterfly effect, right? It's a term coined many years ago by a scientist who studied weather patterns and the formation of superstorms. He found that even the tiniest little change in a wind stream somewhere in the world, even as tiny as a butterfly flapping its wings in China, can trigger a snowball effect that results in a typhoon or a hurricane forming over an ocean on the other side of the world. Once I applied the abundance butterfly effect, my success and happiness tripled. And it's all based on the principle of manifestation. The universe brings to you what your subconscious mind commands it to. As long as you know how to align yourself with the natural laws of prosperity, then your life will change. The universe will force your life to change. By changing your thought processes and neurological wavelengths, you begin the process of transforming your entire life. And it begins by simply changing the way you think. You see, your personal destiny is shaped by the summation of all your actions. Your actions are driven by what you think about, and your thoughts are based on your internal frequency. The problem is that 99% of us are tuned into the wrong frequency. Did you know that the average person who lives a mediocre life does so because of the mental programming they've received from birth? Think about it. Ever since you were self-aware, society has tried to drill into your head that working a 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life is normal. It has taught you that you should get a mortgage or get into debt so that you can afford more things you cannot actually pay for, so that you'll be even more chained to the status quo. This means that you'll be even more indebted to your boss and be willing to provide even more servitude to pay off your ever-rising expenses. Ever since you were born, society has been programming you to live in a poverty trance, and you've never been aware of it. Until now. Because my wife and I were now committed to helping others, we shared these secrets with a few close friends who we knew would use them responsibly and ethically. Hillary, a 34-year-old divorced single mother, was finally able to get herself out of debt and pay off her home. Mandy and Tom, both in their mid-40s, had been worried about their financial future. Fast forward a few months, now they're wondering where to invest all the extra cash that's constantly pouring into their bank account. Even my wife's mother, who was retired and didn't touch a computer until 3 years ago, was able to apply the abundance butterfly effect and soon had several new online income streams. The abundance butterfly effect is the key to breaking free from the mental indoctrination and negative programming that society has programmed into you since birth. This is not a new phenomenon. In fact, the elite 1% of the population has been exploiting the principles behind the abundance butterfly effect throughout history. Across all cultures, all religions, and all nations, all across the entire world from the beginning of time. After years of intense research and dedication, I was able to fuse these ideas together by combining human behavioral dynamics and the abundance butterfly effect. And I came up with a 3-step, drop-dead simple shortcut that will allow you to align yourself with the law of abundance. At first, I didn't have a name for this one-of-a-kind system that King Midas himself would have been envious of. But after looking at the amazing financial results it bestowed upon its users, I eventually called it the Wealth Magnet. Using the Wealth Magnet, you'll be able to directly tap into infinite abundance and limitless wealth today. And you'll be doing this under the radar. No one else will realize the instant transformation that has occurred within you. But your frequency and vibrations will align with the universe for the first time to tap into its limitless potential. This is what essentially the Wealth Magnet was created for. It's the culmination of years of research and field-tested results. The good news is you now have instant access to this step-by-step, drop-dead simple formula, which is guaranteed to permanently alter the destiny of anyone who applies this system. Using this, you'll be able to permanently change your frequency, tap into the law of abundance and harness its infinite power, and attract limitless wealth and good fortune into your life. You'll be exploiting the same exact wealth loophole used by the top 1% of the elite, because you've finally broken free of the poverty mindset that 99% of the people you know will always be stuck in. Imagine yourself waking up day after day knowing that you'll have more money in the bank than you did when you went to sleep. Picture what it will feel like to finally stop dragging yourself to that job you hate and spending your days on a tropical beach instead, because you now have the freedom to take the vacations you've always wanted to take, whenever you want to take them. Everything you desire will manifest itself into reality and trigger the universe to provide you with never-ending fortune and prosperity. Imagine the kind of lifestyle you and your family will enjoy. Gone will be the days of worrying about money problems and whether or not you'll have enough money to provide for you and your family. Your days of financial insecurity will be over. From the moment you apply this unusual but shocking powerful method, the all-powerful law of abundance will begin to work for you. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, even while you sleep. It's 100% guaranteed to work, and it will give you fast and permanent results. Trust me, it will work for you, regardless of your situation or how hopeless you might feel your finances are right now. One of the women in my private test group was